The arrival. The 50 warships of the Galactic Council moved through space like predators hunting prey. Their sleek hulls gleamed with purple energy as they approached the unknown star system at the edge of the galaxy. Commander Vox stood on the bridge of his flagship, the destroyer. His forearms crossed behind his back as he watched the blue planet grow larger on the main screen. Earth. That was what the primitive beings called their world. "Sir, the scans are complete," said his science officer. "Krell, the planet has basic technology. Radio waves, nuclear power, primitive space stations. They have not even colonized their own moon properly." Vox's teeth showed in what his species considered a smile. Another easy conquest. "How many worlds have fallen to our fleet, Krell?" 312, Commander. And this will be 313. Send the message to all ships. Prepare for planetary submission protocol. The fleet moved closer to Earth. They had done this many times before. Small, weak civilizations always surrendered when they saw the might of the Galactic Council. Those who resisted were quickly destroyed. But something was different this time. "Commander," the navigation officer's voice cracked with panic. "Something is blocking our sensors. Something massive." "What do you mean, massive?" Vox moved to the sensor station. Before anyone could answer, darkness fell across the bridge. The blue planet disappeared from view. The stars vanished. Something enormous had moved between them and Earth's sun. "Lights. Give me lights!" Vox shouted, the emergency systems activated. On the main screen, the sensor data appeared. Every officer on the bridge stopped breathing. A ship. But calling it a ship was like calling a mountain a rock. The thing in front of them stretched 15 kilometers from end to end. Its hull was dark gray metal, covered with weapon ports that numbered in the thousands. Energy readings poured off it in waves that made their sensors scream warnings. That's impossible," Krell whispered. "No civilization can build something that big. The power requirements alone." "All ships combat formation," Vox ordered, but his voice shook. "Shields at maximum." The 50 ships of the Galactic Council fleet spread out, their weapons charging. They had conquered hundreds of worlds. They had never lost a battle, but they had never seen anything like this. The massive human ship did not move. It simply existed, blocking out the sun, silent and terrifying. Then slowly lights began to appear along its hull. Not hundreds. Not thousands. Millions of lights, each one marking a weapon system or shield generator. "Commander, I'm reading their power output," the tactical officer said. His green skin had turned pale. "Sir, one ship. That one ship has more firepower than our entire fleet combined. No, wait. The readings are still climbing. Sir, these numbers can't be right." Vox felt something he had not experienced in 50 years of military service. Fear. Pure, cold fear that made his heart pound in his chest. "Send a message to the Council," he said quietly. "Tell them we have found something. Something that should not exist." Before Krell could comply, every screen on every ship in the fleet lit up with the same message. It appeared in perfect galactic standard language. "Attention, alien fleet. You have entered the solar system, home of humanity and under the protection of the United Earth Defense Force. You are currently in targeting range of the USS Colossus, Titan-Class Defense Platform 1, the message continued. Your weapons are armed and your shields are raised. You have 60 seconds to power down all weapon systems, or you will be considered hostile. This is your only warning." "They're communicating in our language," Krell said. "How do they know our language?" Vox stared at the massive ship. The USS Colossus, they had called it. Titan-Class Defense Platform 1. That meant there were others. The thought made his blood freeze. "Commander, what are your orders?" The tactical officer waited, his finger over the weapons console. Vox looked at his crew. He looked at the impossible ship that blocked out the sun. He thought of the 312 worlds they had conquered. None of them had anything like this. "Power down weapons," he said finally. "All ships, power down weapons now." 49 ships obeyed immediately. They had seen the same readings. They felt the same fear. The countdown reached 0. The USS Colossus waited, patient and mighty. Then came another transmission. "Weapons powering down confirmed. I am Captain James Roberts of the USS Colossus. You may state your intentions." The demonstration commander Vox stood in the communication chamber of his flagship. The holographic image of Captain James Roberts floated before him. The human looked ordinary, 2 arms, 2 eyes, 1 head. Nothing special. But behind him, through the view screen, Vox could see the bridge of the Colossus. Hundreds of humans worked at stations that stretched beyond view. "You know our language," Vox said. It was not a question. Captain Roberts nodded. "We've been listening to your communications for 30 years, Commander. Ever since your people's probe crashed on Mars, 30 years. The humans had been preparing for 30 years. You knew we would come," Vox said. "We hoped you wouldn't, but we prepared in case you did." Roberts leaned forward. "Your Galactic Council has conquered hundreds of worlds. We've watched, we've learned, and we decided we would not be conquered." Officer Krell whispered in Vox's ear. "Commander, their ship is scanning us. Deep scans. They're reading everything. Our weapons, our shields, even our fuel reserves." Vox ignored him. "One ship, Captain Roberts. You have one ship. We have 50. Roberts smiled. It was not a cruel smile, but it was confident. "Would you like a demonstration, Commander? Nothing harmful, just to help you understand." Before Vox could answer, Roberts turned to someone off-screen. "Lieutenant Smith, target asteroid 77 Alpha. Distance, 100,000 kilometers, sir," came the reply. "Fire control, single pulse, minimum power." Vox watched his tactical screen. An asteroid about 200 meters wide floated in the distance. Then a line of light connected the Colossus to the rock. The asteroid disappeared. Not exploded, not broken, simply gone, turned to dust in less than a second. "Minimum power," Roberts repeated. "Our main guns can reach targets at 5 times that distance." The bridge of Vox's ship fell silent. Every officer stared at their screens, running the calculations. If the humans could destroy an asteroid at minimum power, what could they do at full strength? "We have 300 ships in the Galactic Council fleet," Vox said, but his voice lacked conviction. "And we have 6 Titan-class platforms," Roberts replied. "Would you like to see them?" The space around Earth shimmered. Like curtains being pulled back, massive shapes appeared. 6 more ships, each as large as the Colossus, materialized from nowhere. They had been there all along, hidden by some kind of cloaking technology the Galactic Council didn't even know existed. USS Warrior, USS Defender, USS Guardian, USS Protector, USS Sentinel, USS Fortress. Roberts named them like a father naming his children, 7 in total. "We call them the Shield of Earth." Vox's legs felt weak. 7 ships that could each destroy his entire fleet. "How? Your planet showed no signs of this technology." "We scanned everything. We built them in the asteroid belt hidden from your scans. Every nation on Earth contributed. Every human worked toward one goal, survival." Roberts stood up. "Commander Vox, I'm going to show you something else. Not as a threat, but so you understand who we are." The screen changed. It showed Earth from space. Then smaller ships began launching from the planet. Hundreds of them, thousands. They were tiny compared to the Titans, but each one bristled with weapons. "Our defense swarm," Roberts explained. 10,000 automated fighters. They can operate independently or link together into a single combat network. The swarm moved like a living thing, forming shapes in space, first a wall, then a sphere, then spreading out into attack formations. They moved faster than anything Vox had ever seen. "We studied your history," Roberts continued. "The Council conquers worlds, takes their resources, enslaves their people. Some fight back. They all lose." He paused. "We will not lose, Commander." Vox found his voice. "You could destroy us right now." "Why haven't you?" "Because we're not conquerors. We don't want your worlds. We don't want war." Roberts sat back down. "We want to be left alone. But more than that, we want the killing to stop." "What do you mean? How many species has the Council destroyed? How many civilizations ended because they couldn't defend themselves?" Roberts's voice grew hard. "We have a proposal for the Galactic Council. You will take it back to them." Vox nodded slowly. What choice did he have? "I'm listening. Humanity will join the galactic community. We will trade. We will share knowledge. But we will not be conquered. And any species that asks for our protection will receive it." The commander felt history changing around him. These humans, these impossible humans, were offering to become protectors of the weak. "I need proof to show the Council," Vox said finally. Roberts smiled again. "Lieutenant Smith, prepare for jump demonstration." The new order, the jump happened in an instant. One moment, the USS Colossus floated near Earth. The next, it appeared directly above the Galactic Council's capital world, 12,000 light-years away. The impossible journey had taken less than 3 seconds. Commander Vox watched the video recording for the 5th time. His ships had taken 6 months to reach Earth. The humans could travel anywhere in the galaxy in heartbeats. They sent us home, Officer Krell said quietly. They opened a portal and sent our entire fleet home in minutes. They stood in the grand chamber of the Galactic Council. 500 representatives from different species filled the massive hall, all eyes focused on the holographic display showing the Titan-Class warships. "This is impossible," said Elder Tan, the Council's leader. "No species develops this technology in 30 years. They did," Vox replied. "They found our crashed probe, learned our science, and improved it. Where we needed centuries, they needed decades." "Why?" asked Elder Mora from the second ring. "What drives them?" Vox had asked Captain Roberts the same question during their final meeting. The answer still echoed in his mind. "Fear," Vox said. "They feared us. They knew we would come one day. So they prepared. Every nation on their planet united. 7 billion humans working together, sharing resources, sharing knowledge. They call it the Unity Project." The council chamber erupted in discussion. Some members shouted about attacking Earth with the full fleet. Others argued for peace. Elder Tan raised his hand for silence. "Show them the rest," he ordered. Vox activated the next recording. Captain Roberts appeared on the screen, standing on the bridge of the Colossus. But this time he wasn't alone. Behind him stood beings from 12 different species, all races that had been conquered by the Council over the years. "Members of the Galactic Council," Roberts began. "I am sending this message with Commander Vox because we want peace, not war. But understand this, we know your history. We know about the ring worlds you destroyed. We know about the water planets you drained. We know about the species you enslaved." The image changed. It showed a small blue world, much like Earth but smaller. Ships bearing Council markings bombarded it from orbit. "This was recorded 20 years ago," Roberts continued. "The destruction of Beta Prime. 50 million beings died because they refused to surrender their mineral rights. Many Council members looked away. They remembered Beta Prime. We offer you a choice," Roberts said. "Accept humanity as an equal member of this Council. Grant us the same rights as any founding species. In return, we will share our medical technology, our agricultural methods, and our defensive systems, but not our weapons. Never our weapons." Elder Mora stood up. "And if we refuse? If we send our full fleet, 3,000 ships, to destroy Earth?" The recording continued as if Roberts had anticipated the question. "Then you will lose 3,000 ships." His voice carried no boast, just certainty. "We have 7 Titans here. We have 3 more being built. We have the jump technology. We can appear anywhere, strike, and disappear. Your empire spans 10,000 worlds. Can you defend them all?" The threat was clear. Earth could not be conquered. And if the Council tried, the humans could destroy everything the Council had built. "There's more," Vox said quietly. "They've already made contact with the rebel systems. The ones we've been fighting for decades. They've offered them protection." The chamber fell silent. The rebel systems had been a constant problem, draining resources and ships. If they had human protection, Elder Tan stood slowly. His ancient body moved with difficulty, but his mind remained sharp. "They offer partnership or promise destruction." "No," Vox corrected. "They offer justice. Look at the terms again." The terms appeared on the screen. "Humanity joins as full Council members. No more forced conquests of primitive worlds. Existing conquered worlds may request independent status. Earth provides medical aid to all member worlds. Earth maintains exclusive control of jump technology. Any attack on Earth or its protected worlds means war." "They're not conquerors," Vox said. "They're protectors. They've already sent food to the famine worlds, medicine to the plague systems. They ask nothing in return except to be left in peace." Elder Tan looked around the chamber. He saw fear in some faces, anger in others, but also hope in many. The younger species, those recently conquered, whispered among themselves. "Call for vote," Elder Tan announced. The vote was 400 to 100. Humanity was welcomed into the Galactic Council, and across the galaxy, oppressed worlds began to hope.